In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at some new Game Gear cases from CustomGameCases.com. A few years back, I reviewed some game cases from CustomGameCases.com. I've actually got two of those here. So we've got the N64 case and also the Sega Genesis case. I also reviewed the NES case. I actually don't have any of those in front of me right now, but I did review these, and I guess it was probably about a year or two ago, at the time I recorded that video, they were working on some more consoles. They were working on the Virtual Boy, they were working on Game Gear, they were working on some other cases. Well, they finally released the Game Gear cases, this may be about a year or two ago, and realized I never put out a video on them. I definitely wanted to put out a video. So I do have a few of them here. So here we can see like Arena Maze of Death, Vampire, Master of Darkness. They even have Cosmic Spacehead. So these do work with the Codemasters titles. And they even work with some accessories like the cleaning gear. So just open it up and take a look here, and you can see, sorry, I got the little manual here for cleaning gear, but cleaning gear sits right inside here. Go ahead and pop this out. And so here you can see a pretty unique design on the inside of these. So if we look, cleaning gear can snap right in. Right, that's a simple fit. But then in addition to that, here I've got a Sonic 2 cartridge. It just snaps right in there. And here you can see this extra space at the top, but there is a tab here, so it won't slide at all. And then, I don't have any of the Codemaster titles in front of me, but those actually just go in backwards. So they will slot in like this. Down, they'll notch up here, and then the little, I guess the little backing that kind of hangs out will go at the top, so it'll kind of look like that. And so those work great. The other nice thing about these are the manuals fit. So they slot in just like a Genesis manual would slot in. Get it in there. So those manuals fit right inside there. So that's Sonic 2, and then I've also got another manual, Majors Per Baseball. Again, you just slide them right in, and they fit, which is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and compare the sizes to some of the other cartridge size cases. The one drawback to having the manual in these, and I'm going to show this to you, is really my only drawback to it, is the height that they had to make the case. Right? So, if we compare this to the Sega Genesis case as an example, here you can see the height difference. Right? So, it's slightly shorter, about 1.5 inches shorter than the Genesis case. If we compare that to the N64 case, which is the same dimensions as the NES case, again, right around the same. And then, if we compare it to a Nintendo DS case, so this is a generic DS Game Boy Advance case. It's got a Game Boy Advance game in there. This is the height. It would have been nice, especially with the shelving I have. I think this is the Atlantic Elite. And it's got the fixed shelving, but it's got one row specifically for CD style cases. And these fit great in those slots. However, these do not fit in these slots. What that means is these have to go on a full height shelf, which is okay. It was just, I like having all my handheld games down there on that fixed shelf, just because it allows me to keep kind of all the systems together, right? I can keep all my Genesis games together, I can keep all my N64 games together. They spread out on the shelving, really nice. However, with these, again, I can put all the Game Gear games together it's just taking up some more room. So just to kind of give you an idea here, if we put those there and if we put these 4 Game Gear games here, you can see how much space I've got here. That's the only drawback to these, really. Other than that, I love these cases. They work great. ShadowFox, which is his username on the cover project, he created these. They got his logo on the inside. He's also got his website now on these, customgamecases.com. I definitely recommend these. He's working on some other projects, which I'm really excited about. One of those is a revised, or I guess you could say, an alternate revision to the Genesis case that will allow the Sonic & Knuckles cartridge to actually snap in. We've actually got a Sonic Knuckles one here. And the drawback to this one is here you can see they just kind of had to notch them out. And then the cartridge sits in there. They're actually going to put a section in here to lock that cartridge in place, so there's no chance of it sliding. They're also working on a case for EA games. So games like, this is Madden 97, Mike Dick is Power Football. They're working on a custom case, kind of a standard one, that will work with these games and will also work with 32X games. So I'm really excited for that, and I'm hopeful that it'll even work with Master System games. I do know that they've kind of had Master System in the works, kind of talking about that for a while. I do know there's a sort of an ask for that. Now Master System cases are a lot cheaper. They should be relatively easy to get if you need to, but I'd really like to have like a blue Master System case, just like I really like the red on the Genesis. I like the purple on the Game Gear, the silver spine with the gray case on the Game Boy. And so those are I like the kind of the color themed cases, if you will. It'd be really cool to get a potentially yellow for the 32X. They just started doing a yellow for Pokemon Pinball on the Game Boy. For Game Boy and Game Boy Color, they released a kind of a double width game case. I actually don't have any of those yet, but they released those that will allow you to put in like the rumble packs, the ones that have, you know, the battery inside, so like Pokemon Pinball, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, those types of games. They create a case for those. That case even works for the Game Boy camera. The camera you can actually put backwards, similar to how the Codemasters titles work in these cases. You put the camera in backwards, and it can store the Game Boy camera, which is really cool. And they're creating one for each color. So there's a red one, a blue one, a yellow one, all the different colors. So that's really cool. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys an overview of the Game Gear cases. My initial thoughts: I definitely love these cases. I definitely want to case all of my Game Gear set into these, so I'll eventually get to that over time. That's it. Thank you for watching. Be sure to drop me a comment below. Let me know if you have these cases, what your thoughts are, if there's any design changes that you think are needed, any flaws, any cons to these cases. Like I said, the only drawback for me personally is the height. But I understand it, and I want to be able to store the manuals in it. I would have just liked, even if it was deeper and the manual went horizontal, that would have been cool too for me. Just because that would have allowed me to put them in. Now it would have stuck out a little bit, but it would have allowed me to put them in that way, which would have been cool as well. But thank you for watching.